Xinia. Hi! A whips video. Works in progress. So it's between knitting and crocheting. And I just wanted to show you what I've been working on lately. I have finished some projects like this bucket hat. This is my first bucket hat I ever made. Now let me show you a few things I've been working on. They're not finished yet. I've been working on this sweater. So it's a crop sweater. I have to do the sleeves. I made it a little bit bigger than me. So it's like I'm a 1X, 2X. This is like a 2 to 3X crop sweater. It's very light and airy. This was knitted. I don't have too much experience with boucle yarn. So it's a little bubbly yarn that is like put together with a thread and it's like bunched in. And I tried crocheting and it would get stuck, and then if I made a mistake, you can't pull it apart because it just like weaves itself into each other. I don't understand. So I decided to try knitting, and knitting actually worked better than anything. It's Noro yarn, and Noro is a Japanese yarn company. Little Knits had a 5-ball of Noro boucle yarn mystery bag. These were made from 2 different balls of yarn. I decided to switch it up a bit. So the top part was more earthy, but there is a little bit of like magenta and like some lavender. I decided to try a different yarn in the bottom part. So I can get more of the magenta. I got some greens that match with the greens from the top. So I was like, oh, cool. And I used a linen yarn, navy blue, for the neckline. I noticed it was big from the arms. When I put it on, this bunches up a little bit. So I'm like, oh, this is like a 2 to 3X. So I'm like, okay, I just have to do sleeves. I don't like it as a t-shirt, like a sweater tee, because of the bunching. It just doesn't look right. And the arms are a little bit big, so then it would show too much. So I'm like, not too comfortable. So I'm gonna turn it into a sweater. I'm not sure yet whether I want to put it on my Mercari or keep it as an oversized sweater. So the jury's out on that one. I just wanted to show you. And here's the back. Very vibrant. I love Noro. I'll put Little Knit's website down below in the description box. They have mystery bags, and then they sell their yarn in 5-packs. I made a mistake, and this is Malabrigo Noob. I did not know that it was raw wool, dyed raw wool. I did not know. I just saw a picture. I saw these colors. And I said, whoa, that's pretty. And I never had Malabrigo. So I was like, let me just get this. So I had bought 2. When I saw that it was raw wool, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I did some research on how to spin wool. Watched a lot of YouTube videos. And I came to the conclusion that I would have to buy a wooden spinning tool. So Amazon has everything, literally. So I bought this wooden spinning tool. I found it for $11.99. And I also bought some wool from Amazon. As you can see, I started spinning again. It takes a long time and a lot of practice to get it uniformed. The story of me getting into spinning, Malabrigo, buying the wrong thing, but my whip. This is what I created. It is a collar. This whole ball of yarn only made this, and I have a little ball left. This is looking like a collar. So I'm going to see how far I can get with the other one when I spin it, and see if I can grow it out into a little shawl-esque shrug. It's a lot of work and not a lot of payoff, but it's fun to learn something new. I don't think I could get into diamond paintings. This keeps me in the yarn family. My friend Lynette wanted a short cropped cardigan in white to put over a dress. You know, put over dresses so that your arms are covered, and this is where I'm at. So this is the back. I know it looks very, very short, but the brim, the edge is all missing, and that's going to be like this thick. And so I did just the square, and then I add the flap forward, So this is the front, and then I bring it out a little bit so it gives a V line. And here, so you could see the dip. So the buttons will start from here and go down. Maybe I'll take 3 buttons, depending on the size. This one's already connected so that you could see. I left enough for the armhole, and it is connected. So here's the other side. It'll go together here. Then I'll do edging of the neck, and then I will do the edging from this peak all the way down and all the way around and come back up on this peak about this big, so she can really close it, and it'll be separate where the buttons go. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. I am also working on a baby blanket. I got the Bernat Softy Baby Cotton in variegated and then in solid. I feel this is like a neutral tan peach. It's still giving me a peach vibe, and it's baby yarn. So I watched videos and fell in love with the star stitch. I watched a few videos, and I didn't get it until I watched Bago de Crochet's star stitch tutorial. So I finally got it. It takes a long time when you're working with thinner yarn and a smaller needle. So I decided just to make the edging of the blanket. So let me just give you a piece. So I decided to make the edging of the blanket the star stitch, and then I moved on to a blend of half double crochet into double crochet. So I wanted, because this yarn is thick and is very sturdy, so I wanted to go into half double crochet just to keep the weight and keep it sturdy. Then I lightened up a little bit with the double crochet, which the baby would be more in the middle of a blanket. And this is the variegated, and it's making this cool little design. Like, okay, variegated, work your design. This is one full yarn ball, and I'm working on this one, and there's a lot to go. I don't think I'll use the whole yarn ball, but when I feel like the stripe is thick enough, then I'll go back into the solid and work like a stripe, just stripes. And my mom, so this is my gift to the pharmacist who is pregnant, where my mom works. And my mom wants me to try to save some yarn left over so I can make matching booties and a sweater. I will use a bigger crochet hook with the sweater so that it is more light and airy and soft, not so heavy weighted like this. Summer's here, and I have 2 young women daughters. The crocheting and knitting clothing is like blowing up since last year. I know it's always been there, but I just feel like it's blown up since last year with the hexagon cardigan, with granny square pants. I won't do it. Granny square pants, it takes a long time to make granny squares, but that's cool because you just flow with it. But to sew all those granny squares, oh no. I mean, sewing all these macaroons on this hat was enough. I was like, no, I don't like that part. So I'm making these closed granny squares, and they look like a little pinwheel. I saw on Instagram, Designs by Katerina made a cool boho top. So these 2 would go like this. They'd be stuck together and go like this. This is from my eldest daughter. It's a navy blue. This is linen. They would go like this. She's an extra small. Last but not least, my friend is having a brunch for the church ladies, and she wants to make goodie bags. She's gonna add a few things in there, and I had suggested, well, let me make something for them to add into the goodie bag. And she goes, if you have the time, it's only gonna be 8 ladies. So I took this Hirschner's cakes. They had the Mill Ends Hirschner's mystery cakes. You get 2 cakes for, I think it was like 10 something. And I love cotton, and I love wool. Alpaca / alpaca. So I decided to make bookmarks. This is the front part. They're like little granny squares, but only 1 edging with the double, and then the rest are single. So just imagine, because I don't have a book on hand, but just imagine this is a page in a book. This would go here. And then you close the book and you don't lose your place. Less people read nowadays. But you have a Bible, this will be beautiful. And just, if you're a reader, this is grand. So this is what it looks like. So now the back part will just be, so that's just the front. So in the back part, it'll be a triangle from here to here, half double crochet to cover up the top part so it can be a sleeve. So it will just like slide into the corner. And then you know that the pretty part is where you should be at your book. And then the plain part in the back is just the sleeve holding your place. I made so far 5 fronts. I have 3 more to go, and then I have 8 backs to make in total. And those are my whips. So far you've seen a finished project, and I'll show you another finished project because it's right here in hand. I made my first lovey. So I took blanket yarn for my glam son. His name is Dash. They were away in Miami for Easter. So I have his basket here waiting, and I had enough time, since I'm waiting, to make him a lovey. This is blanket yarn that was given to me by my friend Tara, a nerdy grandma. And this white blanket yarn was given to me by my friend Erica, my sister from another mister, my country gal pal. And the eyes and nose were made from the Picasso from Ice Yarn. So this is a lovey. And I love it because I think blanket yarn works so good for children who love sensory because it's so soft and fuzzy. But imagine they're on a car ride or they're on their stroller and it's a little chilly. You can just cover them up and the little head is here and they could just hold the little ear and then just, like, you know, soothe themselves. And it's so cute. Hippity, hoppity, hippity, hoppity, hippity, hoppity. Okay. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. If I don't post anything on a video, there'll always be pictures being put up of things that I've made on my Instagram. All my information is in the description box below. Thank you for being here. Love, hugs, and kisses. Mwah.